Hello and welcome to my studio. My name is Derek, a professional glass artist. If you follow my channel, you'll know that I do product reviews. One recent product review was for the Glass Grinder 2. I'll leave links somewhere in this video where you can watch that review. I was very happy to recommend it as a good quality glass grinder. I liked the design and I liked its functionality. A little bit more expensive than other glass grinders on the market. Imagine my surprise when it recently developed a fault. I reached out to the supplier to see what we could do, and to my dismay, discovered that it was just out of warranty. This is not good news, bearing in mind that most glass grinders that I've had in the past have basically been trouble-free for years, sometimes decades. So this one being just over 12 months old was a concern. And I'd be very interested to know if you have also received any problems with your glass grinder too. However, this is actually a good news story about customer care. The company that supplied the glass grinder to me is Creative Glass Guild of Bristol. And they actually went above and beyond the call of duty to resolve this problem. So come with me as we visit Creative Glass Guild to get this glass grinder repaired. And we'll do a little studio tour while we're here. So Creative Glass Guild is just outside the city centre of Bristol. And I met with Deborah and James Paget, who run Creative Glass Guild, and I was really keen to find out a little bit more about what they do.
So we've been here since 2021, the end of 2021, through a traumatic moving process, as you can imagine, with thousands of sheets of glass and fragile things. But we're kind of here now, we've settled, we've got about 50% more warehouse space. And when I started working here, when we took over, there was me and one other staff member. So it was a very small operation. We had a working studio and a kind of small gallery area and a few bits of glass to sell, not a lot. So it's very much kind of become a glass supplier and a sort of creative glass center now.
So we're here at the moment in your showroom work area. Is this where you do the majority of your business, or is the majority of your business online?
It's majority online. COVID was a big change for us. So that's 2020, 2021. Everybody had to shop online to get things. And we were about 3/4 online already at that point, but that was a real kind of switch for us. So the online side of things is obviously across the UK, Ireland, and into Europe as well. So it's a lot of customers who can't visit. So we still open the shop for a browsing day once a week on a Wednesday. But our online customers rely on our kind of speedy service and orders getting shipped out the same day.
Is it hobbyists? Is it professional glass artists? So how does it?
It's a mix. We'll do it for recreation, and then hobbies usually in this we will tend to sort of creep into becoming a small business and then a slightly bigger business. And we have a lot of customers who've gone through that journey, and then they kind of get a bug for it, and then they start making things for themselves, and then their friends want something, and could you make me one of those? And then somebody starts giving them some money to make them one, and it kind of creeps into business. So I think it's a nice process.
So what are your big sellers? What are the things that you sell lots of here?
So glass is obviously the biggest thing.
Yeah.
We carry oceanside glass, which comes from Mexico, California area. They're kind of across the border in both sides, in the States and in Mexico. Wismac glass, Yokohama glass, which is a very difficult word to spell. And then we've got a Luna glass as well. There's about 540 different colors of glass now in our range. So it's a massive thing that we've kind of grown over the last 20 years or so. Each one of these cases is one color. So we try and bring in the glass in full case quantities because that keeps our prices down. Okay, and then so the glass comes from there. We use the pallet truck to get the glass down off the stack.
Yeah.
Bring it through to the cutting benches here. And then it's cut down into whatever silo that just stands catching here.
So how do you see things developing for you? Do you have sort of plans to expand and to develop?
Yeah, I think our European customers are growing, definitely. So we'll be doing more kind of services into Europe. That's definitely something that now that kind of things have stabilized a bit with the relationship with the EU and the UK, that's kind of going to be easier for us to manage. We'll be adding more glass. Our manufacturers that we work with are all kind of adding new stuff all the time. So it's always kind of exciting to see new colors, new materials, new tools. new teachers coming over, kind of we bring people over from the States to do a masterclass. There's always something different, I think. And that's the nice thing about glass, probably why it's kind of lasted so long.
And it's wonderful to talk to someone who has a buoyant outlook. You are obviously optimistic, looking forward to developing further. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. You've got to make that happen, haven't you? It kind of that stuff is there, and it is a buoyant environment, and there's doom and gloom in the news all the time, isn't there? There's never been any certainty in business. There never will be. So just make the most of it and just get on with what you want to do and make the most of it. It's a big part of your life, isn't it? So.
Oh, James, that's so encouraging. It's fantastic to hear, and I think we need to hear more of that attitude, that go for it attitude. So
it's the same. We get a lot of people who are nervous. They come in and they've tried stained glass and they want to maybe try and sell some things, a bit like your make it market stuff. Nervous and shy about doing it. I'm not think I'm good enough and I'm never going to be able to do it. Just have a go. It's the worst that can happen.
Yeah.
You've had a nice time making something. That's the worst that can happen, isn't it? So if you look at it like that, then everything else is a bonus, isn't it?
Fantastic. James, thanks so much for spending time with me today. I've really enjoyed it.
Nice to meet you. Thanks very much for coming down.
I'd be really keen to know what your experience has been like with your suppliers. What's the customer care been like? Have your suppliers gone above and beyond the call of duty? Leave your comments below this video. It'd be great to hear from you. And if you like the contents of this channel, please leave a like and subscribe, as it really does help us reach more people. Thanks again for watching. Bye for now.